So, 3 Days to Kill. I had absolutely no intention of seeing this movie. I'm just not a big action movie fan, I suppose, and I ended up seeing it because of my family. They wanted to have a family movie night, and my parents like action movies, so I figured, okay, I'll watch it, just because of Amber Heard. I had seen the trailer, and I like her a lot, so I figured it's not gonna be that bad. At least I can watch her in it. But it was bad. It was really bad. And I know, a lot of people say don't look into an action movie that much. I mean, it's just mindless action. You're not supposed to think about the story, which was non-existent, by the way. You're not supposed to think about, you're not supposed to think deeper than what there is. But this movie, it was trying to make you think. So I feel like I have to, and I have to judge it for it because it was awful. And it wanted to be a serious movie, and it was just bad. The action was non-existent as well. There were maybe 2 action scenes that were worth watching. Maybe one. I remember one. There was a car chase, which I'm not impressed by car chases, so I didn't really care. The story was the same. He's CIA, then he's not CIA because it destroyed his family, then the CIA want him back for one last mission. And then they basically introduced the whole plot with his daughter, which was not good at all. I mean, the actress, Haley Steinfeld, whatever her name is, she was in True Grit, and I never saw that, and I know that she received really good reviews, and people really liked her. She was awful in this. I'm gonna assume that it was the writing and the directing because it was awful. Because the dialogue was just so bad. I mean, they tried to put some humor in it, but the jokes were just terrible and they were terribly delivered and they had absolutely no place in the movie. And then the dialogue was just ridiculous. And it was very really edited and paced, I guess. One minute he's killing someone, the next minute he's with his daughter. And I know it's supposed to sort of reflect his crazy life these 3 days where he's trying to balance work and family. I get that, but it was just so abrupt. And then, the fun part lasts 2 minutes where you want to see him kick some ass and you want to see some action because it's supposed to be an action movie and he never gets in a fight ever. He got into one fight and then he spends with his daughter like half an hour and it's so boring and it's so long. And this movie could have been so much shorter if they had spent enough time, if they had spent the same amount of time in his relationship with his daughter as they did in the action sequences, this movie would have been 20 minutes probably. This is ridiculous. Everything was about him and his daughter, and it was so boring, and you don't give a shit because you're there to watch some action, and you want to see him kill some people, which is exactly what this movie was supposed to be. Oh, and the villain is, if anybody saw Snowpiercer, which is awesome, that's a good action movie right there. His Egghead from Snowpiercer, if anybody remembers the guy with the egg. He's the albino in this one. And I thought he was awesome, and they showed him for 2 minutes, and then he doesn't show up in the entire movie. And he has like a stupid limp, because Kevin Costner couldn't shoot him properly. I don't know. It has the same cheesy, I guess, fight scenes where the villain has him and he's about to kill him and he could kill him right there, but then he waits, so it's more dramatic, and then Kevin Costner gets back up again. stupid. And Amber Heard, I only saw it for her, and I wasn't disappointed. I think she's awesome. Her character sucked, let's be honest. Her character, she was supposed to be very independent and very bitchy and very dangerous. And she was supposed to be like the perfect agent and ruthless. And I liked her, but I feel like the directing was just awful because she was so over the top. And I don't think that was her. Because she played sort of a businesswoman in Syrup, which was awesome, by the way. And she played it perfectly. She played like a stern businesswoman perfectly. So I feel like she could have done the same thing here, and she didn't. It was so over the top. I think that was the directing. So sometimes I just found myself rolling my eyes at her, but whatever. She looked great, and I liked her. I like her in everything she's in. So Amber Heard, yay, thumbs up. But other than that, I just wanted to see some action. Honestly, I just wanted to see a mindless movie where people get killed all the time, and maybe something more. Maybe I didn't even want anything more, and they tried and they failed miserably. It was awful. My parents liked it, but they like everything they watch, so that's not criteria at all. And yeah, the dialogue was awful, the acting was awful, the humor was awful, the pacing was the worst thing of all, and Kevin Costner's character, I hated him. I just hated him. There was no, you're supposed to feel some sympathy for him, like, oh, he's trying to get his life together, he's dying, he has cancer, he's like, he wants to live, he tries to get his life together. I felt absolutely no sympathy. I was just like, oh my god, isn't it easier if he just dies already? I didn't care at all. The ending was okay. They shoehorned a pop song in it, which is fine, whatever, I guess. It was so out of place. And yeah, I guess that's it. I have nothing else to say about this movie except if you want a cool action movie where you don't really have to think about the plot, this is not it. This is not it at all. Even though it's marketed as an action movie, it's not action at all because you have 5 hours of just mindless sitting around and awkwardness between father and teenage daughter, and oh my god, how am I gonna deal with this? She's a teenager. She cut her hair. Tragedy. And then you have 3 minutes of him actually being in the fight scene. I don't know if Kevin Costner's old now, because they keep having the joke that he's a grandpa, which was not funny at all. They keep having that joke in the movie, so was he too old to kick some ass? Because he was in a fight scene where it was pretty cool. I thought it was pretty cool, maybe because it was the only one in the movie. It wasn't even that great, but in the context of the movie, I was like, yes, we finally get to see something. It was over in 3 minutes. No spoilers, but it was over in 3 minutes. And then you move on to him taking his daughter to school, or picking her up, or meeting her boyfriend, who was such a loser, by the way. What the fuck was wrong with him? And, 3 Days to Kill. No. And I mean, they even say the title in the movie, like, oh, what do we do now? We have 3 Days to Kill. No, I hated this movie, and as I was watching it, I tried to get into it. I was like, okay, you're gonna kill some people now? Oh, no, he's gonna go home. Okay, we're gonna kill some people now? Oh, no, he passed on the couch, waiting for his daughter to come home. Yeah. 3 Days to Kill, don't watch that, don't.